Good morning and welcome to the show. And you know what that means? Today is Wednesday and we have got Vonda the Coupon Queen. Vonda, thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You know, and before we started, it was like, yo, Vonda, it's just so easy to say the Coupon Queen, but I want to sing it to you. Is that okay? Vonda, the Coupon Queen. No. See, you guys missed out on
I should have worn my crown today.
You should have worn your queen, yeah, made from coupons. Oh, I'm sure you got that crown at a bargain price too, I would imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I know you've got some money-saving tips, and you've got some tips on couponing.
I do. Today, I want to share my top 5 tips when you're using coupons.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So the first one is, most people think, especially people that are new to using coupons, that when they go through the Sunday paper, they get the insert, they have to clip every coupon. Don't do that. You only clip the coupons that you need. Mm. Yeah, you never want to use a coupon just for the sake of using a coupon because you're not saving money.
People look at it like, ooh, money. I can say, so you're going to cut everything.
Exactly. But no, don't do that. Only clip the coupons that you personally need for your household.
Okay, well, that's a reasonable tip.
Yeah. And the second one, learn the store's coupon policies. You can go online to your favorite retailer's website.
What do you mean by a store's policy? I mean, you have a coupon, you give it to them, and they give you the money
off.
off,
But no, some
right?
stores are different.
Really?
Yes. Like some stores, you're allowed to use 2 coupons for buy one, get one free deals. Some stores, you can only use 1. Yeah, different stores have different policies.
So the devil's in the details when it comes to couponing.
It is. So the second tip is to always learn the store's coupon policies that you're going to shop at.
Okay.
So,
that's good advice. That's good to know. I've actually learned something here. Okay.
That's true. And the next one is to learn how to shop effectively at stores that have rewards programs, like the drugstores, where if you buy something, a certain item that's $1, then you might get $1 back in a store coupon. Well, learn how those work. That's where you're going to save the most money, is when you shop at stores that have rewards programs. So, for example, let's just say you need milk. So the drugstore has a deal where if you buy a gallon of milk for $2.99, you'll get $2 back in store coupons. Use that $2 in coupons to buy bread or soap or laundry detergent. That keeps extra cash in your pocket. So it's important to learn how to shop at any store that has a rewards program.
You know, because you got me started on that whole rewards thing, and I've got my keychain with all my little, things out from CVS and some other stores on there.
Yes.
I haven't used a point yet. I mean, I'm accumulating them, but I've never used it.
I'm going to tell Karen to take your card.
Okay.
And I'm going to let her do it.
Okay.
Okay, because you're not taking advantage.
No, I'm not. I think I'm doing the right thing by scanning it every time, but I never redeem anything.
And that's the key. And the last tip we'll go with is reading the wording on all coupons. 2 very important words, transaction and purchase. When you're using a coupon, the word purchase means item as it pertains to coupons.
Okay.
Purchase always means item. Transaction means your whole entire order.
Okay.
So just make sure if you're using coupons that you read the wording that's on the coupons.
So when you see the word purchase, it means that specific item. It's an item, it's a thing.
Exactly.
Transaction is actually the verb of you purchasing or buying.
Exactly. So if it says 1 coupon per transaction, that means you can use 1 for your whole entire purchase.
Gotcha.
Everything that you're buying.
Okay. So just a quick recap. The 5 tips are?
Don't clip all coupons from the inserts. Learn store coupon policies. Learn how to shop effectively at all stores that offer rewards programs. Read the wording on all coupons.
Vonda, the Coupon Queen, always have wise advice on how to save those precious pennies and dollars that we all work so hard for. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back after your Waking Up with Don weather. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Shelly Calloway from the Shelly Calloway team from Booyah Mortgage.
Booyah Mortgage.
Booyah. I just love that name. And the name Booyah, of course, is a military term.
Absolutely.
And the founder of Booyah Mortgage is a military guy, isn't he?
Correct. Shane Johnson. He was a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Always a Marine, yeah.
Yes. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about Booyah Mortgage and what my position entails. So I'm the business development director.
Right.
And what Shane and I kind of came up with, and we didn't reinvent the wheel, we just kind of developed something a little bit more
Rounder?
a little more round, I guess you could say, a little more functional. When you are in the mortgage business, the only thing constant in this business is change.
Right.
So, as a BDD, Business Development Director, I actually am responsible for just speaking with real estate agents, builders. All of my clients are basically anyone who's involved in the industry. Then I actually assign a team to any broker or real estate agent that I deal with, and they're going to have their own loan officer, their operations team to get all together, processing, underwriter. They can call.
So you put together like a little task force almost.
Exactly.
You put it in military parlance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in this way, you know, and real estate agents will understand this. When you are dealing with a loan originator, and I have done this for 16 years and pretty much have done it all in this business, so I was there once. Sometimes it'll take 2, 3, 4, 5 days to get a call back because someone who's actually originating the loan, they're busy trying to get the file pushed through. They're busy communicating with the buyers and everybody involved in the transaction. So I take that step out where I'm available to answer the phone 24/7 for the real estate agents and get an update for them. And that allows the loan officer and everybody on our team to do what they do best and get the loan through and processed. So it just makes everything run a little bit more efficient.
So I guess there's a real argument to be made for specialization when you have this type of team or task force put together to kind of expedite things and keep it moving along and keep those lines of communication open, because people get so nervous because you're talking about big sums of money when you're buying a home or building a home.
Everybody says it's not an emotional thing. It is emotional.
Heck yeah,
It's an emotional buy. I mean, it's your largest asset. So I think by us creating this position and me being able to communicate to whomever I need to make sure everybody is nice and calm and aware of what's going on, then it's a happy world and we're getting the loans done and everybody's good to go.
That's an amazing business model when you really think about it.
Well, it
It's
helps.
downright military too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's structured.
It's got
structured
structure,
and organized.
something we crave in
Right,
life, yes.
right. Well, you know, we just found that the struggle really was real estate agents. I don't know of anybody else doing this here in the local market, but to have somebody you can call 24/7, and I pretty much am 24/7. Weekends, nights, whatever the case may be, they get the answers they need. I give them the updates they need, give the clients updates, whatever the case may be. But we will ensure that they can always get in touch with someone and we get their loan done.
There's not many businesses that can say that.
No.
Quite honestly.
No.
Shelley Calloway from the Calloway team
Yes.
of Booyah
Booyah
Mortgage.
Mortgage.
Thank you so much for coming on the show and getting us smart on your business model. And I look forward to having you back on next week.
Thank you very much, Don.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Laura Nelson from A-List Accounting. And we're going to talk about some accounting nightmares, perhaps?
Yes.
What would be one nightmare? What would be one accounting nightmare for your small business that would keep you up at night?
I don't know if it'll keep you up at night, but just not reconciling each month.
Okay, that would keep me up at night.
Right.
And you probably sleep easy because you know how to solve it in the morning. I don't. So,
Yes.
and let's explain for people who don't know, what is reconciling?
Basically, it's comparing the data in which you have in your software to your bank statement.
Okay, and you just got to make sure that everything that you have put in your accounting software matches up with what your bank is telling you, right?
Correct. And the biggest thing is people either aren't doing it or they're doing it and they still have a lot of excess stuff out there that they just don't know what to do with, or but basically what it's doing is it's either overstating or understating their income or their expenses.
Sometimes I mismatch. You know, I'll have similar amounts, and then I'll like credit it to the wrong client, and I'll be like, oh, geez, what did I do here? And then I have to try and unravel it all. You
Correct.
know?
Yep.
That keeps me up.
Yep.
You have no idea how it keeps me up.
And then that's part of you'll catch that when you go to reconcile.
Oh,
Because your deposit won't be the same. Just say.
I see.
You
So
know.
then you've got to do a little detective work to kind of,
Correct. To unravel it.
yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah. So I mean, when they're reconciling, I mean, it's especially if you have anything above, like say you're starting on April's reconciliation, just say, and you have a lot of stuff, say from January, still sitting there, like on the expense side. Should those be there? Are they in the wrong place? I mean, because ideally that would have cleared by now.
Yeah, and that just
know.
makes it tougher and tougher for you as
Right.
time goes on. You really got to dig back through what we wind up doing is going through paper records sometimes.
Right.
You know?
And having excess expenses out there kind of help you a little because you think you have less money than you really do, which is not too bad.
Okay.
But say you had a doubled, an extra deposit that's just sitting there as if it's going to clear one day, but it doesn't exist. You know, you entered in an error, so now you think you have an extra $1,000, but you don't.
Oof, geez, that's got to be painful.
Yeah.
So how often should you reconcile? Is that a monthly thing you should do?
Yes. Monthly would be the choice.
Monthly would be the choice. So once a month, you know, you should sit down and just clickety-click.
Every time you get your statement,
Yeah.
reconcile.
Yeah, Karen saw your last segment that you did about Xero, the new
Xero.
accounting software. And she's like, "Ooh, there's something easier than QuickBooks." I was like, "This will be like our third accounting program if we change again." And I'm so not going to do that. But is it any easier reconciling with Xero than it is with any other program?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't have that last step that you have with QuickBooks. Once you've cleared it and matched it, you know, with online banking and software, they bring in the feeds for you, and all you have to do is match them up to the expenditures in which you've posted. And then once you've done that, if everything cleared like it should, and you had no glitches, and it does happen, but ideally, yeah, you reconcile, you're done. Versus in QuickBooks, you have to go to another page, just say,
Yes.
and check, and reconcile that way.
This might be my third accounting program. Who knows? Well, I'll have to take a look at it. If I wanted to learn more about it, I could always give you a call, I suppose, at
That's
A-List
correct.
Accounting.
That's correct.
And I could save myself some reconciliation nightmares, you know?
Yes.
All right. Well, Laura, what advice would you give to somebody who's starting a small business? Should they get the right software right away?
Yes.
Duh.
One
Yeah,
they're comfortable with and they like, not just go with something that is popular,
Yeah.
you know. That's
Something
the big
that's
thing.
right for you and scale
Exactly.
it to your business.
Exactly. Yep.
Laura Nelson from A-List Accounting, thanks so much for coming on the show and depressing me even further about my books. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Heather Noyes from Raymond James Financial, and today we're going to talk about Amazon as a stock. I know last week we talked about what?
Apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
You know, and Apple actually is a good bet over the long range, or the long run.
It's done very well.
It's done really, really well, and it's had its ups and downs.
Oh, definitely.
You know, as we may recall, but it's on an upward trajectory. A bunch of new products coming out and all that.
Yeah.
Amazon.
Amazon.
How's that looking?
Amazon is an interesting one because for so long they had their profit margins so low. It's like Walmart, you know, they sell to mass quantities with a very, you know, with very low margin, profit margin in the products that they're selling. That's why things are oftentimes just as cheap going to Amazon. Don't tell again Vonda, the coupon queen, as they are going. Maybe not with a coupon, but anyway.
No, everything's cheaper with Vonda. No.
Right, but one thing that Amazon is doing, you've probably heard about the drones. Have you heard about the drones?
Yeah, those are little personal, not personal, but I know real estate companies are using them, farmers are using them.
And they're trying to use them to automatically ship. So, where somebody places an order, and that same day, you know, this
Amazon can drop a drone on your.
Drops it on your front porch.
Now I know there's some issues, some legal issues with that here in
Yeah.
the U.S., but I think in Canada they're off and running with that, aren't they?
They're trying. I know they're trying in the U.S. and they're still having some issues, obviously, with the airspace.
How cool would that be to have a little drone like? I mean, it's like Jetsons kind of stuff,
Right.
you know?
So that'll help increase productivity and over time would lower the cost, of course, of shipping for them. The other thing that they've done that is definitely in place is they put tens of thousands of robots in their warehouses and shipping facilities. So these orders are being, you know, pulled and packaged and things like processed by actual robots.
So it's highly automated at Amazon.
Yes, and that's really increased their profit margins, has made things a lot more efficient and getting things out and done.
Because, you know, the most expensive thing for any business are people, really, when you look at all the benefits and pay and all that stuff, which is kind of sad in a way.
I know, I'm
but-
thinking you probably need to have a degree in technology, robotics, in the oil fields we talk about welding and things like that, so
Yeah,
definitely
skilled labor.
Right.
You know, when it comes to just packing and delivering and stuff, this is stuff machines can do for us now. And Amazon knows that, and I guess they're leading the way in this, aren't they?
It definitely seems that way. So I just brought a picture too to show you of Amazon. They recently took a nice jump up, and it had to do with their, this is actually like looking at the last 2 years. So that big jump that you saw here, that was an earnings report. So again, their earnings came in a lot better. Things are running a lot more efficiently over there. And again, along the way, it had been a little choppy up until just recently with some good earnings. But with that being said, if you look at it over the long term, this is a 10-year time span. I mean, we're talking, what is that, $40 a share, somewhere around 40 bucks. And it's trading around $4.60 right now.
Wow.
So.
Wow, that's now just as a caveat, individual stocks are really not for everybody, are they?
Right, right. The owning individual stocks definitely is not suitable for everyone. You want to, if you do own individual stocks, you want to have a diversified portfolio. You want to own multiple stocks in a particular sector. So, for example, we talked about Apple, you know, a technology. You want to have more than one technology stock. And then you want to have multiple sectors. So you would want to have energy, you would want to have technology, financials, healthcare, cyclical. So you want to own a little bit of everything and have more than one stock in those categories too.
So the more diversified you are, the happier I guess you'll be in the final equation, because you kind of hedge against each other in that way.
Absolutely.
Well, that's wise advice. And like you had mentioned earlier, you know, we may already be owners of this stock, just if you have a 401k or something.
Yeah, it's pretty widely held. Amazon is, Apple is, and just about any U.S. growth mutual fund will own it for the most part.
Heather Noyes from Raymond James Financial, thanks so much for coming on the show and telling us about Amazon and the wave of the future and all these robots and drones and things. It's cool stuff. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Dan Hines from Hines Coaching, and he's going to give us some great and sage financial advice today.
Absolutely. Don, I've got some bad news. I've come here to warn you. Warn you and warn your visitors and your viewers is that the holidays are coming.
Well, that's a little ways off, don't you think, Dan? I'm a little premature. I mean,
right. Well, I know that it's May, but I'm warning my clients as well, is that the holidays are coming, and it's not just Memorial Day and July 4th. We're you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah.
Well, when you say holidays, that's what I think of as
the end of the year. Now, here's the thing: is now it's May. So if you've got May, June, July, August, September, October, you've got about 6 months. And if you push it one more month, that goes into November. But guess what happens in November? A lot of holiday shopping gets started. And so I'm warning a lot of my clients now is to say, if you'd like to have a holiday fund, a Christmas fund to buy gifts, go ahead and start now. You've got 6 months, whatever your budget is that you want, go ahead and divide it by 6 and start saving up. Now is the best time to do that.
Yeah, and you know, my wife, who makes a nickel scream. I mean, she really does. She's always had a Christmas club.
Yes.
Since she was like a kid.
Right.
And we still have one. And when Christmas rolls around, we have, you know.
You're ready to go.
We're ready to go. We're not freaking out or anything. You
Absolutely.
know, we always blow it all and then some, but I mean, you know, but the kids always get nice stuff.
Right, and you've saved up for it, and if you don't have to go into debt to do it, that's even better. Now, if the people haven't found out before or has never been explained to them, what is a rainy day fund? What is an emergency fund? That's exactly what we're talking about. That Christmas club is to say, well, I'm going to save up for something that I want to buy, or I'm just going to put some money aside for something
earmarked
in the
specifically for Christmas.
Absolutely. So my wife and I, we got some new porch furniture recently, and when we budget and we talk, she comes to me like, well, I'd like a new vacuum or I'd like a new porch furniture, and we have a rule that if it's $200 or more, or if it's getting into the $100 range, we have to talk about it. We've got to put it in the budget. We've got to find the money. Under that,
so you just don't show up with new porch furniture in your
Right,
house. I
right.
mean, you've got to.
She doesn't show up with new furniture. I don't show up with new toys or things of that nature, new golf clubs. But we have to talk about it, and so it's important that whenever you want to save up for something, find a number. Because with that furniture, she said, I want to get new furniture. I said, okay, but how much is it? She's like, well, I haven't picked one out yet. I said, well, okay, well, give me a range. You know, about how much? And she was looking at a set that was probably about $600. We were able to get it on sale, but we said, okay, well, if that's what we want, let's look at the budget. If we want to say yes to the porch furniture, we've got to say no to something else. And we want to make sure to try not to take it out of the emergency fund.
Because it is a zero-sum game. I mean, your
Yes,
budget is a finite number.
It is, and if you're in the fortunate position where you can do that, then you're not going into debt because you've got money that comes in and you've got money that goes out. And if you have more money that goes out, you have to go into debt
So
to make
just
that work.
like the lady who stopped eating out. You
Yes.
know? I mean, you can say, well, okay, maybe we won't go out to dinner 3 times this week.
Right.
We'll only go once or not at all. Or we'll skip eating out for a couple weeks to save up.
Right, and budgeting, you can have fun, but if you want to say yes to fun, you've got to be saying no to something else. So I just wanted to warn everybody that the holidays, you don't have to be putting up lights or decorating anytime soon, but certainly saving up now is a great choice and to start thinking about
Yeah,
it.
and that rainy day fund as well. You know, a contingency fund. Car may need tires.
Yes.
The unexpected will happen.
Right, and you don't have to save up thousands of dollars this month. Just say, okay, well, we're going to start doing $100 a month or $50 a month, and eventually it will get to a point where that emergency fund is full, and now you've got $50, $100 a month you can do something else with.
Not only that, when you have a little money behind you like that you know is there, it gives you peace of mind.
You sleep a lot better, I can tell you
certainly
that.
Dan Hines, Wise Advice. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Don.
for coming on the show,
Appreciate
and
it.
we'll see you next time.